Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away, Christmas is here, bringing in cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. What?
No, I just, something's not right. It sounds weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's missing something. You know what? I know what it is. Start over.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
are
got
you
this.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away, Christmas is here, bringing in cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, that is their song with joyful ring, all caroling, merry, 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 merry Christmas, merry, 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 merry Christmas. On these and on without end, their joyful tone to every home. You're right. That's what was missing.
Told you.
Yeah.
What do we do with these?
I do not know.
Is this another song?
It's time again for Retro Reel.
Welcome, everyone, to the annual Christmas parade. This is Gary Humphreys, along with my broadcasting partner, Deborah Hershey.
Merry Christmas, Gary.
Right back at you. This year's theme is Let Heaven and Nature Sing, and boy howdy are our parade participants celebrating Jesus' birthday.
We have a huge crowd here today to listen to these marching bands. The first band is the Fighting Monochromes from Monotonous, Montana.
This band is right on brand. They're as mono as I was in the 7th grade when I couldn't leave the house for 2 months.
That's interesting, Gary.
Next is the Cheer Squad from Glee, Indiana, where they're bringing encouragement and excitement to the crowd here.
I believe we have some microphones down on the parade route, Gary. Let's have a listen to this cheer squad from Glee, Indiana.
Cynthia, do you think my pom-poms are too short?
No, Pamela, they're the appropriate length. But did you see that cheer team from Cincinnati? Their pom-poms were only 3 feet long. Just outrageous.
I would never be caught cheering with only 3-foot-long pom-poms. I mean, what would the football players think?
I guess we were hoping to get a cheer there, but that is true, Deborah. What would the football players think?
No idea. But here comes a reenactment of the 3 wise men and their entourage. They are following a new star that appeared in the sky to find the Messiah.
You got it, Deborah. Their actual journey was a bit longer than this parade route, however. It could have taken months or even years. They didn't stop or turn back, though. They wanted to proclaim and celebrate Jesus by bringing him gifts.
Which was a wonderful way to honor God's greatest gift, Jesus.
I wonder if we could take advantage of those microphones again and listen in on one of those wise men.
These camel humps are killing me. I'm walking.
I'd probably be thinking the same thing, Mr. Wiseman. Here, let me ask this gentleman who he's playing in the Christmas story. Who exactly are you portraying?
No idea. I just brought my horse and joined in the parade. I didn't want to miss the celebration.
Alrighty then. I hear another band coming. Deborah, why don't you tell us about it?
These are the Marching Mad Cats out of Cincinnati, Ohio. They are one of the largest bands in the parade with some 200 Mad Cats marching today.
The last time there were that many Mad Cats was when my Aunt Edna ran out of Meow Mix.
Fascinating story, Gary. These marching Mad Cats didn't even know if they would make it to the parade this year. After some transportation issues, they ended up riding on 6 school buses for nearly 3 days to get here.
That is some serious dedication.
And apparently they played their instruments the entire way here, bringing joy and Christmas merriment to hundreds of small towns along the way, showing they really understand this year's parade theme by letting heaven and nature sing and celebrating Jesus, God's greatest gift.
Hey, is this the Cincinnati cheer team we've heard so much about? Let's take a listen in on what's going on.
We have small pom-poms, but here's the thing. We're gonna let heaven and nature sing.
Well, I think that answers that.
I think you're right, Deborah. And it looks like we've come to an end with the finale train wrapping up this year's festivities. You know what they say, there's nothing like a giant clown shaped like Humpty Dumpty and carrying a tiny umbrella to say Merry Christmas.
No one says that, Gary, but we do hope you enjoyed the Christmas parade, and as we get ready to start a new year, remember to celebrate Jesus all year long, because he is God's greatest gift.
I couldn't have said it better.
You're right, Gary, and Merry Christmas.
Ditto.
Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Yeah. My God, you reign, you came, and you saved. Yeah, so great, you deserve all the praise. Yeah, we lift up your holy name. Yeah, Lord, we praise your name. We celebrate, we lift your name. We join the angels, cause we know one thing, that Lord, you came and made a way. You came down to save, so we sing. Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. As the angels singing holy, you get the glory. You placed the stars, then came down so you could know me. So we bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh Jesus, you deserve it all. We celebrate, we lift your name. We join the angels, cause we know one thing, that Lord, you came and made a way. You came down to save, so we sing. Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Join the angels singing praise and holy, 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 holy. Join the angels singing praise and holy, 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 holy. Join the angels singing praise and holy, 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 holy. Join the angels singing praise and holy, 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 holy. Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, Glory, Gloria, in excelsis Deo.
Welcome to Story Lab. This week, we're taking a look at the story of some guys who were a little late to a Christmas party. Oh. Actually, you can never be late for Christmas. Hey, I'm Skylar.
And I'm Sebastian.
We're talking about why Jesus is so important in God's story.
And in our stories.
Also, we're doing some stargazing.
I'm not going to be gazing at this star very long because it's going in my stomach.
Well, the Star of Bethlehem.
The star of the wise men followed.
It was not chocolate, but no one knows exactly what it was.
We know God put it there, we just don't know how.
Scientists have lots of ideas. For instance, it could have been a supernova.
A supernova occurs when the core of a huge star collapses and the star explodes.
This image was captured by NASA's new Webb telescope. It shows a star right on the edge of going supernova. According to NASA, a star in this phase is one of the most luminous and massive stars known.
Makes sense the wise men could have seen a supernova.
But the Star of Bethlehem could have also been several bright planets right together.
Or something else God could have imagined.
Well, a supernova is a little beyond our grasp.
Like by a few million light years.
But there's another star I think we can handle.
Well then, let's make it.
Today, we're making our own star lanterns.
It's a bright idea.
Get your parents to help you find a star lantern template online. They can print the template on craft paper, or you can just cut on the template and trace it. Once you've done that, step 1 is to cut out 5 copies.
I've been waiting on this Sunday close since last New Year's Eve. 'Cause Santa always comes at night. Santa always comes at night.
You wanna know what they call me? They call me the Picasso of scissoring.
'Cause Santa always comes at night.
Done, now what?
Step 2, turn each of these pieces into a cone. Make sharp folds along each of these dotted lines.
When Santa comes, seeing visions of Tiffany boxes.
And then tape this tab on the inside.
Kissing on a gas.
Step 3, now add hole punches so the light shines out of your star.
The Royal Mile with your hand in mine. Feeling like it's gonna happen.
And now I got star confetti. Step 4, start taping your cones together. The top 2 tabs of this cone go inside the next cone, just like that.
Light, roasting chestnuts on the open fire.
Last step, if you just want your star to be a decoration, you can tape it closed now, but this is where we turn it into a lantern.
With this?
Yep, fairy lights.
Last New Year's Eve, 'cause Santa always comes at night. Santa always comes at night.
Before we close the lantern, we put the fairy lights inside, leaving the battery out. Next, hole punch a hole on each side, close to the open joint.
Santa always comes at night, yeah.
And thread a string through those 2 holes and tie it tight enough to hold the mouth of the star shut.
Check it out, Star of Wonder.
Star of Night.
I've been waiting on this.
Star of Royal Beauty Bright.
Speaking of which, it's time for
The Story Before the Story.
Today we're in the book of Matthew. Matthew was a close friend and follower of Jesus who recorded what he saw and heard.
Before he met Jesus, Matthew was a hated tax collector who took more money than people owed.
After meeting Jesus, Matthew changed.
Matthew wanted to share with everyone how Jesus is the Messiah.
Over and over, Matthew made connections to show how Jesus fulfills God's promise to send a rescuer.
Beginning with the birth of Jesus and some unusual visitors.
Which is where our story starts.
Take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Padma. Christmas Day may be past, but that doesn't mean we have to stop celebrating. In fact, today's story is about some guys who spent months and more in their quest to celebrate Jesus' birth. Far to the east of Bethlehem, there lived a group of wise men. These wise scholars studied ancient writings and the patterns of the stars. One night, they discovered a new and brilliant star.
Look, right there, just above the horizon.
It's not on any of the charts.
Far out.
Many years before, the Jewish people had lived in exile in this region, and Daniel had actually been one of the king's wise men. So these wise men likely knew of Daniel and this ancient Jewish prophecy.
A star will come from among the people of Jacob. A king will rise up out of Israel.
Surely this is the star.
Then we got a brand new baby king.
We should bring him gifts.
Epic road trip.
At this time, the common means of travel was your feet, or for the wise men, it may have been camels. They packed up supplies and beautiful gifts fit for a king, and then they set off across the wild and barren desert, following the star.
Star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
Are we there yet?
The journey covered hundreds of miles and likely took months of travel. But at last, the wise men reached Judea. They headed straight for the place you'd expect to find a king, the capital city of Jerusalem.
Where is the child who has been born to be King of the Jews?
We saw his star when it rose.
Then we made like gazelles to come and worship him.
You can imagine, the wise men caused quite a stir in town. Word quickly made its way to the palace where King Herod lived. And let's just say, he was not happy to hear news of another king.
No fair. I'm the king. No one else can be king.
Of course not, your most royal kingness.
Bring in the chief priests. Call the teachers of the law.
When King Herod got upset, he made sure everyone else was upset too. Like, the whole city.
I'm the only king, got it? But where's this so-called other king / Messiah supposed to be born?
In Bethlehem, in Judea.
Bethlehem?
This is what the prophet has written. But you, Bethlehem, are certainly not the least important among the towns of Judah. A ruler will come out of you. He will rule my people Israel like a shepherd.
King Herod was outraged to discover there really was something to this new king thing. He sent for the wise men, and then he got sneaky.
Well, you've had quite the trip. Just between us wise guy king types. When did this star show up?
Right before we began our journey.
I see. And your journey was how long?
Really, really long.
Here's how I see it. You go to Bethlehem and search carefully for the child. As soon as you find him, report it to me. Then I can go and, worship him too.
Do you really think that Herod wanted to worship this new king? Yeah, me neither. Herod was up to no good. But the wise men didn't know that yet. They got right back on their camels to follow the star, and turns out they really were almost there because Bethlehem is less than 6 miles from Jerusalem.
Look, the star has stopped.
Filled with joy, the wise men arrived at the small home where Jesus and his family were staying. By this time, Jesus wasn't a tiny newborn anymore. He might have been crawling or even taking his first steps. The wise men knew a true king when they saw one. Immediately, they bowed down to worship Jesus. Then they offered him their gifts.
We've brought him gold.
And frankincense.
And myrrh. I know, don't even try to spell that.
Okay, next time you meet a new baby, maybe don't bring gold coins and spices, but these gifts for Jesus were extra special because they were exactly the sort of thing you give a king. And speaking of kings, remember Herod's sneaky plan to find Jesus? Thankfully, God warned the wise men in a dream not to return to Herod. So they went back to their home by a different road. Herod probably threw another fit about that.
They tricked me. No fair, no fair, no fair, no fair, no fair.
We don't know what happened to the wise men when they returned home, but I'll bet they spent the rest of their lives remembering their incredible journey and the baby king who was worth it all. The end.
Can you imagine? You happen to see this new star in the sky and then you just leave your whole life behind to follow it?
For months or even years.
Jesus truly is that special.
So, what's our part in the story?
Well, Christmas is celebrating Jesus, God's greatest gift. For the wise men, celebrating Jesus meant an epic road trip. But we can celebrate Jesus in our regular everyday lives all year long.
I've always been a big fan of Christmas in July.
Always a classic.
The best way to celebrate Jesus is to live like he lived. We can do that by showing love to God and love to others in all that we do.
So make a springtime picnic for your family.
Help teach your little brother to swim in the summer.
Rake leaves for your neighbor in the fall.
Gather together with people who love Jesus.
And take a minute to brighten someone's day with an encouraging word any time of the year.
I think it's time to level up my celebration game.
Challenge accepted.
Well then, see you next time to keep on celebrating.
Bye.
So here's the thing. Never stop celebrating Jesus.
Whether it's January
Or the middle of summer.
or fall break,
I feel like celebrating right now.
with a spot of stargazing.
You know it. Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab.
See you next time. Next year.
Hello and welcome.
Yeah, I'm John.
I'm Brandon.
And you're watching the
So-and-so Show. Also, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, we know that it is technically after Christmas.
Yeah, but we've still got about 60 hours of the Christmas season left.
Yeah, so we got a few Christmas things to finish before we ring in the new year.
Oh. John and I were so busy this Christmas that there were tons of Christmas things that we didn't get around to doing.
Yeah, and we can't have that, can we?
No, sorry. So we're doing them all right now.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna jingle every bell that needs to be jangled and yule every log that needs to be yuled.
Is that how that works?
No idea, but we're gonna do it.
Time to exchange gifts. Time to exchange gifts. Time to exchange gifts.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love presents.
Oh, and I love raw cookies.
What? Oh, you shouldn't have.
Neither should you.
Okay.
Oh. Wassail time. Wassail time. Wassail time.
Here we go, a-wassailing.
A-wassailing.
What is wassail?
Oh, it's like apple cider with some spices. And a cinnamon stick. Oh, wassailing.
Time to go a caroling. Time to go a caroling. Time to go a caroling.
Okay.
Frosty the snowman had a very shiny nose.
A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Fa la 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 la.
I'll be home for Christmas, rocking around the Christmas tree, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Last Christmas, I wanna buy these shoes. Hallelujah.
Christmas cards.
Christmas cards. Okay.
There you go. Oh, well, thank you so much. That's really nice.
Oh, I got a card.
Christmas tree.
Oh, Christmas tree.
Hurry.
Where's the Christmas?
It's over there.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
Plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. We need light.
I'm trying.
Plug it in.
Where's the plug? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Excellent! No more. No more Christmas.
I agree. It's Bible story time with Kevin.
What in the world are you two doing?
Oh, Christmas. All of it.
Why?
We're trying to get it all in. We don't want to miss anything.
I see. I believe that leads us perfectly into the Bible story.
Oh, good. I'm gonna lie down.
Take it away. Are you okay?
I'm lying down.
All right.
Oh, gravity.
Today's story comes from the book of Matthew. Now, Matthew didn't write specifically when this story took place, but some experts say it could have happened anywhere between a couple of months to 2 years after Jesus was born. But it's still all about celebrating the birth of Jesus. Anyway, sometime after Jesus was born, there were these wise men from the east. And speaking of wise men, looks like I'll have some help with today's Bible story. Hello, gentlemen.
Kellen, my friend. It's me, Melv, and my brother-in-law, Greg. You weren't thinking of cutting us out of the last show of the year, were you? See? Greg is distraught.
I wasn't trying to cut anybody out. I'm just surprised you guys aren't practicing for your New Year's Eve party in a couple of days.
Greg and I don't need the practice. We're hosting the annual Dentures and Depends soiree down at the Sweet Serenity Retirement Home. We do it every year. Greg loves it.
That's great. And is he okay?
Oh, yeah, he's just resting his eyes. Hey, watch. Hit it, Greg!
Glad you came, glad you're here. I know it's getting late, but never fear. We'll give a blow by blow of the Bible story on the Melv Solomon Story Recap, Christmas edition.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, this should be fun.
Yeah, we've been working on a new Christmas album, so you tell the story, and we'll try to sprinkle in some of the new songs for seasoning.
But no pepper, it makes me sneeze.
That's great, Greg. Take it away, Kellen.
Great. Oh yeah. So Jesus was born in Bethlehem, and like I said, sometime after that, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem. They asked, "Where is the child who has been born to be King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose. Now we have come to worship him." So apparently there was a star in the sky that these guys had never seen before. And since they were wise men, they figured out somehow that the star meant that there was a new king in Israel that had been born. So they went to Jerusalem to check it out.
Whoa! All that over a star? You ever wish upon a star, Greg?
Every night.
Yeah, me neither. Hey, play that star song from our album.
What's that thing? It's bright and twinkling. It's up there in the sky. It's keeping me from sleeping. It's shining in my eyes. Shut the curtains.
Yeah. So the wise men saw the star and probably traveled a long way to Jerusalem to ask about this new king. Well, they must have asked a lot of people because King Herod heard all about it. And Herod wasn't too thrilled about the idea of some new king that had been born somewhere. He was kind of jealous. So King Herod gathered his own wise men and priests, and they told him that God's prophets predicted a long time ago that a new king would come out of the city of Bethlehem.
Are you telling me God predicted this king would be born? You know, God always knows what's coming. It's incredible. It's like that time I saw what was coming after the annual Christmas social at my sister's house last year. You remember that, Greg?
No.
We wrote a tune about it. Hit it.
Oh, English peas, oh English peas, they serve you every Christmas Eve. Oh English peas, no thank you please, I eat too much and then I sneeze because of the paprika.
Back to you, Kellen.
Thanks. So, Herod's advisors told him about the king that would be born in Bethlehem, according to God's prophecy. So Herod secretly called for the wise men to find out exactly when they seen the star. Then he sent them to Bethlehem. He said, "Go and search carefully for the child. As soon as you find him, report it to me. Then I can go and worship him too." Now, between you and me, I don't think King Herod really wanted to worship this new king. He really just wanted to be the only king himself. But the wise men did go to Bethlehem, and the star that they had been following stopped right over the place where the new king was. Their journey was almost over.
Amazing. They followed a light who knows how far, and it led them to where they were going. It's always good to follow the light, right, Greg?
Unless it's an oncoming car.
Good advice, Greg.
Yep.
Hit it!
See the light, see the light, follow the light like a bright star. See the light, oh, what a sight.
And don't forget to watch out for cars.
I don't think that was the right lyric, but safety is important, Kellen.
Yes.
That's true. The star stopped over the place where the king was. It was a house. And when the wise men went inside, they saw the king for the first time, Jesus. The wise men bowed down and worshiped him, and they gave Jesus gifts fit for a king: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. They never went back to King Herod because God warned them in a dream not to. So they went home a different way. You know, we can learn a lot from the wise men. They traveled a long way, they searched for a long time, and they didn't give up because celebrating Jesus was so important to them. Sometimes we forget that celebrating Jesus doesn't have to stop at Christmas time. Jesus is worth celebrating year-round.
Wow. Wowie. This calls for a wrap-up song, Greg.
Oh.
Oh, not that kind of rapping, Greg.
Oh, I like to wrap presents.
I know you do, Greg.
Okay.
I know you do. Play the song.
Even though the year is through,
Dunzo.
doesn't mean Christmas is too.
No way.
We can keep celebrating Jesus
All year long.
and every day can feel like Christmas.
Nice improv, Greg.
Thanks, I made it up.
That's what improv is, Greg.
Thanks, I just made it up.
That song really did bring it all together. Thank you so much, Melv and Greg.
Thank you.
Well, what do you think, fellas?
Oh, wow, that makes us trying to cram all of our Christmas traditions into 15 minutes seem really ridiculous.
Hey, we all do things like that. But we can take our time and keep the celebration going.
Yeah, we can be wise. Men.
Nice. Oh, thanks for the story, Kellen.
Hey, thank you. And until next time, Merry Christmas all year. See ya.
Hey, so what do you think? If we celebrate Jesus all year long, do we need to constantly give each other gifts?
Oh, well, maybe every once in a while. Oh, and a card would be nice.
And if I want to listen to Christmas carols in April, I'm going to do it.
I love that. Hey, but let's see what they think.
Okay.
Okay.
Reveal the question.
Ooh.
How can you celebrate Jesus all year long?
Yeah, keeping up Christmas decorations all year long may be a bit much, but we can celebrate Jesus all year by trying to live like he lived.
Yes, by being generous all year long and not just at Christmas.
Yeah, and maybe you could send thinking of you cards throughout the year.
Yeah, also, meeting together at church or worshiping together is a great way to celebrate Jesus.
Yes. So what do you think? How can you celebrate Jesus all year long.
Talk about it together.
And we'll see you next week for a brand new year and a brand new So-and-So show.
Oh, we've got so many different ideas for next year.
I know.
John's gonna be replaced by a robot.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great. We're gonna have a talking bear.
Yeah.
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells, silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, ring-a-ling. Hear them ring, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day.